Funding for Mastodon Minutes is provided by the Indiana-Purdue Student Government Association.
On the broadcast today, IPFW head men's basketball coach resigns as a new era of Mastodon basketball begins.
The results are in for the IPFW Executive Officer selections.
Tragedy, Shakespearean style, all from the IPFW Department of Theater. We get a look.
All of this today on Mastodon Minutes, along with a recap of IPFW sports with Chris Treft.
The IPFW men's head basketball coach has resigned. Hello, I'm Andy Starwich.
And I'm Nick Lawrence. For more on this story, we send it over to Chris Treft.
After 6 seasons at IPFW head men's basketball coach Dane Fife has resigned to accept the position of assistant head coach with Tom Izzo at Michigan State. At 25 when he first started, Fife was the youngest basketball coach in Division I. Fife led the Mastodons to school records in Division I wins nearly every year he was at the helm of IPFW, even finishing the 2010 and 11 season with a record of 18-12. So don't go anywhere, I'll fill you in on who's going to be the next Dons head basketball coach next season.
All right, and thank you, Chris.
More big news on campus. It's one more year for Terrell Lynn. The current student body president defeated two challengers, IPSGA Senator Matthew Bocart and Joe Minzy, in the hotly contested IPSGA Executive Officers election. We caught up with Lynn earlier this election cycle. Here's what he had to say.
I'm the laid-back type of person that gets things done. I don't make promises I can't keep. I've put numerous ideas into the administration's head. Some they liked, some they didn't, but I offer a lot of openness. I offer a lot of ideas. I'm open to ideas. I'm just ready to get back in here for another year and show IPFW students what more I have to offer to them.
The Students for Effective Government ticket swept the rest of the races. IPSGA Senator Joe Magisty was elected Vice President of Finance, defeating incumbent David Dressler, and IPSGA Senator D'Angelo Levette. In the Vice President of Finance race, former President and Vice President of Legislation Cody Tinnell defeated incumbent Eric Smith. And finally, for Vice President of Programming, Wes Haffident defeated incumbent Nikki Matthews and Marcy Sullivan.
Moving on, a king descends into madness after foolishly splitting his estate between two of his three daughters. All of this on the IPFW campus.
This all a part of William Shakespeare's tragedy, King Lear. We caught up with two of the student actors to find out more.
I am made of that self-same metal as my sister.
Well, there's kind of a lot of plots within a bigger plot, but basically it's about bloodshed. There's a lot of violence. It's a lot of family feuding and greed and things that happen within one family. So it's kind of on, the microcosm of within one family, and then it also represents, the different kingdoms and fighting.
I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare.
Well, I'd say it's more family values, definitely, whether or not when children take over for their parents. It's a lot of greed and deceit and, but there's some funny stuff too. I mean, it's a tragedy, but there's a lot of funny parts to it.
Younger strengths, while we unburdened crawl toward death.
The language work, I think, is the biggest part because we have to try to make everyone understand Shakespeare's text and, we have to understand that for the audience to understand that. So that was about a week commitment before we even started rehearsal.
Well, I think everybody's put in definitely a lot of time. That includes like the designers, the people that are working on the set and things like that. Like the actors personally, 6 nights a week, at least 3 hours. Now I think we're at like 5.5 hour rehearsal. So definitely a lot of time. It involves a lot of commitment for sure.
Nor more, nor less.
Well, Nick, definitely a lot of hard work and dedication going into this play.
It certainly is.
And there are still 4 more performances at the Williams Theater this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. and on Sunday at 2 p.m. As always, admission for IPFW students with an ID is free. Others can stop by the Schlotzline box to purchase tickets from 12:30 to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Getting ready to graduate, IPFW commencement ceremony will be held Wednesday, May 11th, 2011 at 7 p.m. in the Memorial Coliseum. If you completed requirements for graduation in December 2010 or plan to do so in May 2011 or summer of 2011, you are eligible to participate. The ceremony will be held in the arena of the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum, and the student and faculty procession will begin at 7 p.m. Attendance is not mandatory, but encouraged.
Take a break and relax before finals. H2O Help Health and to Others, the IPFW peer educators will present Stress Busters Jam Cram 2 on Wednesday, April 27, 2011 at the Wall Ballroom from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Students can make a stress ball, play with jigsaw puzzles and Play-Doh, and color in coloring books. Chips and salsa will be given out free at the event.
Sounds like a good event to unwind, doesn't it?
I guess so, to de-stress.
Well, speaking of a guy who's always colored inside the lines, let's send it over to Chris Treft with Mastodon Sports.
All right, everyone, let's start off with the big news on campus. Dane Fife is gone as head men's basketball coach after 6 seasons, moving to the Big Ten to be a new assistant coach of the Michigan State Spartans. Back here at IPFW, the question of who is replacing Fife at the helm of the Dons was answered last Wednesday at a press conference in Walb. At the conference, assistant coach Tony Jasek was promoted to head coach of the Dons. Jasek, a member of Fife's coaching staff during his entire run as head coach, has been the assistant head coach for the last 4 years.
Mr. Tony Jasek.
You guys are all going to get to play. First of all, I'd like to correct Tommy on one thing. I was only the brains of the outfit 18 times this year. Dane was the brains the other 12. No, in all seriousness, I want to first of all thank Chancellor Wartell and Tommy. The way they've handled this the last few days have been nothing but with class and professionalism, and my family and I really appreciate that.
Moving on to some scores. Let's start off with the IPFW men's golf team, who shot the third lowest score in program history at 283. The Dons climbed to fourth as a team at the 2011 Summit League Championship, the program's best finish ever as a Division I program. Congratulations, fellas. Now into the Diamond, where IPFW starter Nick Aptiste tossed a complete game to give the IPFW baseball team a doubleheader split with Southern Utah last Saturday, followed by another split on Sunday. Switching to softball, behind a pair of home runs by Rachel Strauschuk, the IPFW Mastodons swept the season series from the Cincinnati Ladies. With the wins, IPFW improves to 23, 10, and 1 on the season and 13 and 5 in league play, which puts the Dons in sole possession of first place in league standings. Looking ahead, the Lady Dons have a doubleheader at Bowling Green on Tuesday. The IPFW track and field team continues to set school marks, breaking another one on Saturday, with Teresa McHugh in the javelin throw and Courtney Bowen in the discus, while also setting 7 separate personal bests at the Dave Rankin Invitational hosted by Purdue University. On to men's volleyball, where the third time in his career, senior hitter Daryl Schenk was named to the All-MIVA squad, joining teammates Corey Frayne and Eddie Rivera on the 2011 conference honors. Moving along to women's tennis, senior Amy Recht picked up her third Summit League Player of the Week honor for women's tennis this season, which is the 11th time in her career she's received this award, and it ties her for the league record. In addition, she sets the all-time Summit League record for men and women as the only player ever to be named Player of the Year in a sport for 4 years in a row. Truly remarkable. That's all we got for this week in Don Sports. I'm Chris Treft. Back to you, Andy and Nick.
Well, thanks, Chris, and that is remarkable. That's all the time we have for this week. I'm Nick Lawrence.
And I'm Andy Starwich. Thank you for watching Mastodon Minutes, your choice for campus news. As always, we're at your fingertips all day, every day at facebook.com/Mastodon Minutes.
And on behalf of our entire news team here at Mastodon Minutes, have a great week. More programming from CATV is coming up next. Thanks for watching, everybody.